Hi guys, okay, I'm going to show you how to measure angles using a protractor and not using a protractor so you can see both ways. First of all, my protractor is a complete circle. Some protractors are only half of a circle, which you're used to seeing. This is a complete circle, so this is a 360-degree angle. I'm going to use this to measure the first angle on my paper. And before I measure that angle, I have to label it as acute. And the reason why I have to do that is because I need to know that it's going to be less than 90 degrees. That helps me decide which number to use on the protractor, the larger number or the smaller number. First thing I'm going to do is line up my vertex with the little black line here on my protractor. I'm going to line it up. And I have to make sure one of my black rays is on the bottom straight. The vertexes are lined up. I have two choices here. I have 50 degrees and I have 130. It would not make sense to use 130 since this is an acute angle, so it has to be a 50-degree angle. So I'm going to put 50 degrees there, and you need to make sure that this word matches up with that measurement. Second one is an obtuse angle, and I can tell because it's larger than a 90-degree right angle. So I'm going to line my vertex up there. Here's my 90. I have two choices, 60 or 120, but since it's an obtuse, I have to use the larger number, so this is a 120-degree angle. There are some angles you don't need to use a protractor with. We already know what this is. It has that little square, which means it's a right angle. I don't even need to measure it. That's what that square tells me. This angle right here, it looks like a straight line. It's half of a circle, 180 degrees. I don't need to measure it. Now this is called a reflex angle. It goes past the right angle, 90 degrees. It goes past the 180. It turns another 90 degrees down. So it's going to be closing pretty soon to make a complete circle. Okay? Now if I were to divide this in 4, I can tell that this is a 90 degree, this is a 90, and this is a 90. 90 plus 90 plus 90 is 270 degrees. I don't even need to measure it with a protractor. And here's my full circle. It's already closed. I can tell it started at 0. It went all the way around and it closed to be a 360. And that's the biggest angle you can have because it makes a complete circle. Here are some missing angles, and we're going to try to find the measurement of the missing. Since this is a right angle, I know that the entire angle is 90 degrees. I know that this acute angle is 30. To find the missing, I'm going to subtract 90 minus 30, mental math, 60 degrees. And I'm going to put my degree mark on by my X. This angle here is 180 degrees straight angle, the whole angle. We know that this part is a 70. I need to figure out what Y is. So I needed to know that's a straight angle. So I'm going to take 180 degrees straight angle minus 70. This obtuse angle is 110 degrees. This angle right here, there's a bunch of things going on there. There's a straight angle and there's an angle here. I know that 2 of the degrees in this picture is an 80 and a 30. I know that the entire picture is a half circle, 180 degrees. I'm going to add up 80 and 30. Then I'm going to subtract that from 180. And I get the missing angle. It says what is FDG, so I have to follow that. FDG, that missing angle is going to be 70 degrees. So you need to use your other angles to help you. 2 more questions I want to show you. Sometimes it looks really crazy like this, and what you need to know is all these are angles that form a circle. I have a bunch of different measurements to help me figure out what that missing angle is. First thing I see is 75 and 50. The second thing I see is a 90-degree angle right there. What I'm going to do is add up all of the angles that I have, and then I'm going to subtract it by 360 because the whole picture will make a circle. So I'm going to add, what is that, 16, 21, 215. I'm going to subtract that from 360, and then I'm going to get my missing angle. My missing angle is 145 degrees, so it is an obtuse angle. Last question, which equations could you use to find the missing angle? Now these are the tough ones. You have more than one answer here. The whole picture makes a circle. I have a bunch of different angles to help me figure it out. I know that if I drew a circle, all of those should equal to 360. I have a 120, I have a 60, I have a 45, I have a 90. I'm going to add that up and see what that leaves me. Put your numbers together. 6 and 4 are 10 plus 9. That's going to be 19, 20, 21. So I have a 315 degrees going on here. Subtract 360 minus 315 to figure out what my missing angle is going to be. The missing angle is going to be 45 degrees. Now let's see what equations give me that. Would taking 100 minus 90 minus 45 give me 45? No, that's going to give me a negative number. That can't be an answer. If I add 45 plus x plus 90, does it give me 180? Now sometimes in pictures you can have a straight angle. So let's see if these measurements here make a straight angle. 45, x, and 90. If I were to go like that, those form a 180 degree angle. That would actually help me figure out the missing angle just by using the straight angle. C says 360 minus 120 minus 60 minus 45 minus 90. Would that leave me with the missing? Yes, it would, because that's all the numbers minus 360. The next one says 180 minus 90 minus 45 equals x. That would actually work because if you look at this equation here, when you add those all together, it gives you 180. So it's doing the opposite. It's taking 180 and subtracting the other two numbers to get your missing angle. So that one works also. Next one, 120 plus 60 plus 45 plus 90 equals x. That's not going to work because that's going to give me what these equal when I add them. That's going to give me 315. So that's not going to work. Last one, what if I take 180 and I subtract 90 plus 45? If I add 90 plus 45, let's see what that gives me. What is that, 13? And then 180 minus 135, that gives me 45. So I have 4 answers there. These are the tricky ones, but you got to look and see. It can give you a straight angle, or you got to look and see the 360. Okay? So watch out for these ones. All right. Thank you.